Well, we won that one on the defensive end. I thought the first 8 minutes of the game, their physicality, they took us out of some things. I thought the referees really let a ton of contact off the ball go, of freedom of movement. And our guys were rattled by it. But then they hunkered down, and you know, after the first 8 minutes, I thought we handled the physicality really well. Isaiah's defensive energy is contagious. You know, there's no question about that, but 14 turnovers for us is too much, and that's back-to-back games. Sonny has had 5. He needs to really clean it up going into MAC play. But heck of a win. You know, I thought Central was you know, preseason player of the year. He's the best defensive guy in the league by far. But I thought we did a good job scoring when we had to.
What do you think when you saw Sonny, you know, playing defense there at the end and had Vander Jack blocked up? Were you pretty confident it was going to go well for you?
The last possession? Well, Javen said it best in that last timeout. He said, you know, before the season started, you know, I asked the players, what kind of team do you want to be? Do you want to be the team that wins it on the defensive end of the last possession, or you want to, you know, make a pretty play in offense? And to a man, they all wanted to win it on the defensive end. And you know, Javen's emotional energy was really good, and that's what we need from every night. He can't be concerned about his game. He's got to bring that energy, and same with Isaiah. Those two guys were fantastic. This guy gets Sonny playing better.
How big in the first half? How big did you think Javen and Bryce were to kind of, I don't know, get you guys settled? Bryce had the couple threes. Javen had a bunch of assists, some good rebounds.
Your starting center has five assists, 0 turnovers. Your starting point guard's got three assists, 5 turnovers. That's pretty telling right there. And Bryce has a knack to find easy baskets for us, and that's what we need. When we went to that lineup, that's what we need. I mean, look at his shooting percentages. I mean, over time, they're good. I mean, they're, you know, tonight.
63%
yeah, and you know what? He doesn't take bad ones or forced ones. I mean, he's 4 or 6, and then he's, you know, 2 or 3 from 3. I'm proud of him because that's what I wish it was always like this, where guys came in as freshmen and knew they had to buy into working hard and didn't pout when things didn't go their ways. You're gonna have some ups and downs, and you figure it out. Parents let them figure it out. I'm proud of them because that's. I wish there was more that way in college basketball. The instant gratification, because it's hard to win, man. It's really hard to win, and it's hard to go 3-0, and it's really hard to win 4 championships, let alone 5. It's hard to win. I don't think people think it's easy. The average fan, they think it's, you know, the average media person they think winning just happens. It doesn't. It's hard, and I'm just proud of the consistency these guys have.
What was it that settled them down after first 5 minutes of the game?
Well, we got a couple of buckets and you know, and got it to like I think 15-11, I think it was. 'Cause we were down 10 at one time, I think, right?
10-2.
Yeah, it just felt like it was more than that. But they took the fight to us, and we had turnovers. You know, again, we started the game with 4 turnovers in the first 6 minutes of the game. Yeah, first 4 minutes. That can't happen. That's just not if you want to win championships.
That final possession, Todd obviously talked about how you guys wanted to win on defense. I mean, what do you think of, I mean, they had 24 seconds there and essentially did not get a shot?
You know, you can sense that we really wanted to win that game on the defensive end. That was a grind out defensive game. It came down to 4 or 5 stops, 4 or 5 plays, and we made the right ones at the end of the game. And when it counted the most, we sat down on defense, and that's what it's all about. And if y'all was worried about us coming together, take a look at that win.
How, I mean, obviously, like, winning is important in the MAC. Like, you can't win the league if you don't win win games, but to start out 3-0 now, I assume you guys are confident. You've got a pretty tough stretch coming up. I mean, how big is it to get that 3-0 start?
It's big. We got a lot of confidence going into this, this stretch. I'm not sure who Akron got tomorrow, but I'm sure that will be two undefeated teams going head-to-head to see who wants the top of the MAC. So we gotta just hunker down and, again, just make the right decisions and take care of our bodies and get ready for Tuesday, because that's going to be a big game. And this stretch is going to determine, who we are. And people are going to see who we are. So we got to really be able to lock in on defense, because we're one of the best offensive teams in the country. But if we sit down and guard, it's going to be one of them. We're going to be tough to beat.
And in hindsight now, it's been 4 or 6 weeks since you played Purdue and Houston. Playing those teams, being in those environments, how much do you think that benefited you guys?
You think our grit went up? I'm asking. You think our grit went up? You think we playing harder?
Yeah.
You think we going for offensive rebounds, tip outs? You think we've learned a thing or two from Houston? We going. We wanna be known as a tough team. So we gonna do what it takes. We gonna take the extra reps. We gonna draw fouls. We gonna guard. We gonna be physical. I thought at first, I was very upset because I felt like they were out toughing us. So I was on my teammates. You can see me on the film. I'm yelling at my teammates, let's go. It was time to go. We had to pick it up. So I'm definitely glad about how we came out today. And, we got the dubs. So that's all that matters.
Houston in particular, obviously defensively, they're insane. Did it make an impact on you, seeing it up close on the court?
Yeah, I definitely felt their intensity. I definitely felt, different. I told my family that's the hardest 9 points I've ever scored in my life. That was really hard, and I definitely took some things away from them, and how they're just persistent on the glass, and they're persistent when it comes to guarding. That's how we got to be. We got to be persistent. We got to want to shut people down. We want to make people's night miserable. So when they come here or we go there, they like, man, we in for a long night. That's all that matters.